Are you a business owner who feels like you hate sales because you hate asking people for money? If so, hang out because today we're going to talk about that and how to get out of that mindset. Hang out, let's get into it. If you are new here, my name is Cera. I am a certified life and business coach. I help heart-centered service providers, spiritual practitioners, and creatives build the lives and businesses of their dreams. And one of the biggest sticking points for a lot of heart-centered impact makers is sales. Specifically feeling like sales is icky and that it is so uncomfortable to ask people for money. I have heard this from so many clients that I've worked with when we start talking about sales and selling, getting on sales calls, making direct sales inquiries to people. One of the things this can look like, an example is coming to mind right now. I had someone message me and they said, I'm really trying to grow my business. I'm posting all the time. I'm doing all this content, but I'm not getting sales and I don't know what to do. So I went and I looked at that person's page and I saw it was true. They were making a ton of content, but in none of the content did they directly speak to what they had for sale and tell people, go sign up for my thing. Click the link in my bio. Head on over to such and register right now. There was no direct sell. And so I followed up with them and had a conversation and I said, I'm going through your page and I don't see any place where you invite people into your offers. And they said, yeah, I just feel so uncomfortable asking people for money. I don't want to be pushy. I just want to let people decide if they want it on their own. And I said, well, how's that working for you? Because the truth is, people won't sell themselves most of the time. They're not going to just decide that they want it on their own. They do need to be invited. So I want to make a little parallel to this with dating or social interactions because it's all the same. We all have probably heard conversations about the difference between you can come if you want and I want you to come. There is a very different energy when someone says, yeah, you can come if you want to. Ew, I'm not coming. That does not feel like a personal invitation. Doesn't feel like you want me there. I don't feel desired. I don't feel like it's a real invitation. I feel like it's a handout. That's a very different feeling than if someone says, will you come to this with me? I would really love it if you were there. I want to see you. That is a very different feeling. And the same thing is true with sales. When we're being very vague, very indirect, trying not to come off too pushy, just trying to be really nice, figuring people will just somehow make their way to our website, read everything about our offer, coach themselves into buying it and sign up, we're going to be waiting forever because we're giving our clients a lot of homework to do something that they're just probably not going to do. That's a very different energy, right? Like we're like basically saying, yeah, you can come if you want. You can sign up if you want. No pressure either way. I don't care. You could if you wanted to. There's all the information. Go find it. Why would they want to do that? And how different is that than you telling a potential client, I want you there. You are important. You are special to me. I see you. I value you. This program would be so much better with your presence in it. That's a real invitation. That makes people feel cared about and chosen. And that's not a hustle. That's genuinely how most of us feel about the people we work with. I love the people I work with. I think I work with the smartest, coolest, kindest, most talented, most intelligent, most interesting people. When I'm telling someone, I think you're a great fit for this group program. This group program would benefit so much from your presence, your perspective, your voice in the group. I really mean that. When I'm telling a one-on-one client, I would love to work with you. You are a great fit for this. I genuinely believe I can help you, and it would be a joy for me to get to work with you. I really mean that. I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it, so I'm not suggesting you be inauthentic in your sales. But don't underestimate the power of making people feel special and desired and invited. So that's thing one. We got to just invite people. We also want to be clear that we're not pushing them to do anything. We're inviting them to do something. So if I call my friend and I say, do you want to go to this show with me on Friday? And she says, oh, I would love to, but I can't go on Friday because I have to work on Friday night. I'm not like, well, I hate you now and our friendship is over. No, our friendship stays. The relationship stays. I made an invitation she can't accept. It's all good. The same thing is true with sales. I'm inviting you into this program. And if you say, hey, I can't take you up on that right now because I'm too busy, I'm in too many other programs, I'm over leveraged at the moment, I can't afford to sign up for this program right now, our relationship isn't over. You're not dead to me. I don't hate you now. I'm not like, well, never talk to me again. And I want to be clear on this. I think when I first started, I took no so personally that I did react a little bit like that. And it wasn't like, well, I hate you now. It was, I feel so embarrassed on some level or uncomfortable that I made you an invitation and you said no, that now I'm assuming you don't want to hear from me anymore and I'm going to make myself scarce. And that is not the way that we want to communicate with clients. The relationship stays intact. The relationship is the priority. And that relationship may be this person stays on our email list. It may be that this person comes to our free events. It may be that the person was saying it's not no forever. It's just not right now. And if I, in my butthurtness that they didn't say yes to my offer, go disappear and I take myself away from them and I don't market to them anymore, then I was the one who threw that relationship away because I'm so fragile about someone saying no to me that I'm treating them like they're disposable. And we don't want to do that. We don't want to be transactional with people and say, if you don't say yes to me the first time I invite you to something, then I'm never inviting you to anything ever again. That's not a great way to operate. And of course, we don't do that on purpose. We're not trying to be mean. We're just being fragile. We're being very sensitive and we're going into a story. We're making someone else's no, I can't make it mean they never want to hear from me again and I should leave them alone forever. And that is not what they're saying. They are just saying, not this, not right now, maybe next time, unless they unsubscribe and take themselves out of your world forever. And they're allowed to do that, right? Let them go. Go with God. Vaya con Dios. But if they say, this isn't the right fit for me right now, and we say, hey, all good. I still like you. I'm still glad you're here. I'm still glad you're around. I'm still making content for you. I'm still sending emails that I think matter to you. If I, a few months from now, run into a book that reminds me of the conversation that we had about what you're going through, I might shoot you a message and say, hey, I found this book that I think might help you. I want to stay in your world. I want to keep the relationship alive because no, not right now doesn't mean no, not ever. And in the same way that with our friendships, we want people to keep inviting us even when we say no. We want to keep inviting our potential customers to things, even if they have said no, not yet. That doesn't mean we want to invite them to the same thing over and over on the same day or be pushy or coercive. No, it just means that we are not withdrawing ourselves from the relationship in a huff of sensitivity because they said no to us one time about one thing. We are going to extend the benefit of the doubt and assume that unless they say otherwise or remove themselves from our world, they want to be in relationship with us. They want to learn from us. They want to be in contact. They support our work. They just couldn't do this one thing right now. And that's okay. No harm, no foul. So when we are inviting people into things, everyone has the right to say no, just like we have the right to say no. And we're not being overly pushy. We're not going to be overly aggressive. We're also not going to be overly sensitive when they say, hey, I can't make that thing this time. Okay, I'll catch you on the next one. It's no big deal. Now, the next point about I don't like feeling like I'm asking people for money, and this is really important. What that usually suggests to me is you don't yet believe in the value of your offer. Now, why do I say that you don't necessarily believe in the value of your offer? It's quite simple. When I'm selling something to someone, I'm not asking them for money. It's not a favor. They're not doing me a solid. I'm not standing on the street corner asking people to give me change for nothing. I am making an exchange with them. So I am offering you something that I genuinely believe will help you, will improve your life, will solve a problem for you, will add beauty and joy, you will have an experience that you like. That's what I'm offering you. That thing that I'm offering you costs money, and you get to decide whether it's a yes or a no, whether or not it's a good fit. And if you say, no thanks, I can't buy that right now, all good. But I didn't ask you for money. I offered you a product or service. So there's a very big difference in the sensation of, I believe wholeheartedly that this thing is good. This thing that I make, I believe in this offer. I believe that it's valuable. I believe that it can help you. I know that this offer is valuable. I believe that it is worth the money that I charge for it. And I am offering you this thing, and you get to say yes or no. I want you to think about how often you go into a store, pick something up, look at it, and go, gosh, I really like this. Do you then feel like the sales clerk is asking you personally to give them money when you check out? Or are you happy to pay for the thing because you want to take the shirt home? You want to take the thing home with you. You want to take the iPhone home. Whatever the thing is, you want to take it home. And you understand, I have to give you this to take this. And that's what we're doing here because I want this thing. They didn't ask me for money. There was no personal, hey, you're doing me a favor. That's not what happened. We made an exchange, and I understood the exchange, and I felt that the value of that exchange was worthy and worthwhile. So that's what's happening with our clients. We're saying, I'm offering you this thing. This is what it is. This is the value that I believe it holds. This is what I know this thing can do for you. Now you get to decide whether you want to take it home so badly that you're willing to hand me money, and that's on you to decide. If you haven't said yes, it may be because I haven't done a great job of showing you the value of this offer in such a way that you're like, oh, I got to get this thing home. I need this. I want this. This is going to help me. This is going to change my life. This is going to make my life better. That's on me as the salesperson of my offer to communicate the value to you in a way that makes you be like, here's my credit card, take my money. But either way, I'm not asking you for a personal favor. You're not giving me money. You're buying a product or a service for yourself because you believe it's going to change your life. That's what we're doing here. And so I want you to check with yourself. If you have a story where you're like, oh, I don't like selling because I don't like asking people for money. Do you believe in the value of your offer? Do you believe that your offer is going to get your person the results that you're promising them? Do you believe that their life will be improved by taking you up on this offer? And if you do, then clear it with yourself that you're not asking them for money. They're not doing you a favor. You are making a completely legitimate and fair exchange between something you created that will make their life better and their hard-earned cash, and we just make a little exchange. But they're taking something with them, and the thing they get to take should delight them, should feel like a no-brainer, should feel like they would buy it 5 times over because it is so valuable for them to have. So those are my thoughts about what it feels like to overcome the feeling of I hate selling because I don't like asking people for money. If these reframes were valuable for you, please let me know what you thought about this. Leave it in the comments. If you can relate to any of the stories I told, if any of this helped shift your perspective, let me know what resonated for you in the comments below. And if you're interested in working with me, I currently have 3 spots available for one-on-one life or business coaching, but business coaching is always both. And you can find out all the information about that on my website, which is intuitiveedgecoaching.com. The link is below in the show notes. I would love to support you in growing your business or working through any other stuck or yucky can't think of a better word right now, spots in your life where things are not going the way that you want them to go, specifically in relationships, self-esteem, body image, confidence. Those are the main areas that I work with people in life coaching. So if any of that type of support is something that you need right now, check out intuitiveedgecoaching.com. There's a few different ways that we can work together, anything ranging from a month-to-month no commitment package all the way up to working together for a year. So I would love to talk with you about that. And I'll also just put the link below directly to book a call, to get on a call with me, and we can discuss what would be the best fit for you. It's not a sales call. It genuinely is just an opportunity for us to get to know each other. I can tell you whether or not I feel like I'm the right coach to help you. If I'm not, I'll always refer you to someone else if I know someone else who would be a better fit. And if I am, I'll let you know the ways that we can work together and you can decide if it's right for you and we can make a fair exchange. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, love you. Bye.